Hey, Bobby Manning here. Welcome to another practice edition of the Gun Report. Talked about the Celtics lagging offense last episode. You can head over to Celtics All Access to check that out. Some reactions from practice in terms of working on that offense and turning it around, heading into a matchup on Wednesday with the Indiana Pacers, who aren't the most dominant defense they'll see this year. They're a middle of the pack team in that sense. Good rim protector in Miles Turner, though, so they could be challenged by him. But in terms of wings, this isn't a team that is going to lock down Tatum Brown and give them a ton of trouble on the perimeter, lock down the Celtics shooters. This should be a break from what they had seen recently. Even the Magic recent seasons have been a solid defense, sneaky top 10 at times. But Indiana, it's all about offense. And that's why Aaron Nesmith has fit. Seen an increase in his three-point percentage over the last month or so here. He's up to 37% for the year, playing about 25 minutes a game, which it wasn't the case in Boston. So Nesmith, 2020 draft, that crazy one where it was a condensed NCAA season. He had that short stretch in his sophomore year at Vanderbilt where he shot well over 50% from three on several hundred attempts. It wasn't a tiny number, but it was just one stretch of the season. Otherwise, he was mid to low 30s his freshman year there. Other segments of that season, same deal. And that's what the Celtics got, essentially. 14th overall in that draft. A guy who struggled to pick up the defense right away. Couldn't get consistent playing time under Brad Stevens that first year as the Celtics lagged and ultimately fell out of the postseason in the first round. A new coach, Ime Udoka, tried to mix him in here or there, and you did see defensive strides into year two with shot blocking, these chase down plays, and just hustle that became the definition of his game. Now, I don't know how long they'll keep him around in the NBA if he continues to shoot inconsistently, because right now you look at his stats, you look at his production, that's still offensively the only area of impact that he gives you right now. And, in summer leagues, we'd see him get into the mid-range, finish at the basket. He does have some athleticism. He can really get up there and slam it down at times. Still remember that 60-point game Jason Tatum had the comeback in San Antonio, where he went off running in transition. There was this great lob pass down the floor that he chased down that the Celtics had lost. He recovered it and put it up and in before the Celtics went on to win that game, one of the more exciting games of that season. And he even stepped into the East Finals last summer/spring and recorded 3 blocks in short playing time in that game. I think that was the game 1 maybe, or game 2. Smart was out. Horford was out through that stretch. So they leaned on their depth there. But otherwise, he was not a rotation player on their way to the NBA Finals. Celtics trade him with Daniel Theis and a number of other players, Juwan Morgan, Nick Stauskas, others, in a deal that was meant for the Pacers to clear cap space to make an offer sheet to DeAndre Ayton, get off that Brogdon contract after a year where he played 30-ish games. And it's worked out for the Celtics so far, and Nesmith has been a nice bonus for an Indiana team that has thrived offensively through a hot start to this year. Joe Mazzulla talked today, who actually worked hands-on with Nesmith in his first summer league, as well as the ensuing season where they were trying to work through his shot and different struggles. Here's some of his memories of coaching Nesmith as a Celtics assistant.
What was your experience like working with Aaron here, and what do you think kind of progress he's made?
Yeah, Aaron's great. I mean, he came into a situation where he had an opportunity. It was also up and down for him, and I thought he handled it with great professionalism. And he works really hard, and I thought he played hard, and now watching him on film as another team, he plays really, really hard. So I'm really excited, for the situation that he's in. He's taking advantage of it.
You worked a lot hands-on with him. Probably didn't go great.
Sorry.
Improving a little bit this year. What kind of things are you working through with him? What do you guys expect to see him do better this year?
Yeah, I mean, his shooting is getting better. I think one of the things he doesn't get enough credit for is his defense. He's a great individual defender, great pick-and-roll defender, so he's really found a role there of being a great defender and kind of bringing energy to the team.
So I'm sure we'll hear more from Nesmith tomorrow. I actually caught up with him at Summer League with the Pacers, and he was still kind of in shock over the trade then. He'd been playing golf, But was excited about the opportunity, and it is going to be nice to see him playing on Wednesday with the Pacers, not just sitting on the bench or fading behind some other guys. He's going to get some real run against the Celtics, and maybe he can make a statement in this game with the Celtics reeling right now. And the way he's playing, he may be able to knock down some threes and hurt them if Tyrese Halliburton's getting him those looks. You have Chris Duarte back in the lineup for them, who had a great year last season, and Turner, Malcolm Brogdon said today, playing as well as he ever has before in terms of defense, shot blocking, and the occasional shot and play make on offense too. I don't know what's going to become of that Pacers team. They slipped a little bit over the last month or so here. Buddy Hield is one of those guys you think, will they trade? Apparently they like him, may stick with him here, may make a playoff push. I know that's always been that Pacers mantra, is not tanking, not resetting for too long, and they do have some pieces when you think of drafting Benedict Mathurin last year, who's probably the runner-up right now for Rookie of the Year behind Paulo Banchero, who you just saw in that Magic mini-series. So a fun group coming in. Halliburton leads the league in assists by far. Their offense, fast, first out, free-flowing, Brogdon said today. He thinks that's the reason Halliburton has had so much success, just the ability Carlisle has or instills in him to run that offense. So that's what's on deck for tomorrow. We'll be there. We'll have your coverage powered by Rocket Money. RocketMoney.com/Garden is going to save you potentially hundreds on unnecessary subscriptions, things you don't need, things you don't know you have that you signed up for free trials for. That's what this is all about. They can show you what's coming in and out of your accounts each month, maybe even set up some plans for yourself to save some money. That's RocketMoney.com/Garden. Athletic Greens, also a great sponsor here at the Garden Report. For a 1-year supply of vitamin D, immune boosting, very important this time of year, and 5 free travel packs of the great powder, vitamins, minerals, adaptogens, probiotics, and more. Go to athleticgreens.com/garden. I love the flavor. Love the energy boost it gives me. Using it for months now. Great product. Everyone seems to love it. And you can get all of that for free along with some great gear that they give out with their subscriptions as well. That's athleticgreens.com/garden. And of course, com.com/garden gets you 40% off a premium subscription of their app. For the Garden Report, CLNS Media, Celtics All Access, Bobby Manning here with a practice edition. Celtics back at it Wednesday, 7:30 against the Indiana Pacers.